Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Oakland Athletics franchise here on MLB the Show 23. Today, we start off in a game in Pittsburgh against Mitch Keller and the Pittsburgh Pirates. This is a huge game. We got a ton of huge games here today, so make sure you go ahead and drop a like on the video. Eric Lauer taking the hill for the Oakland A's. He's had a decent start to his season, only one start in. We'll see if he can continue that as Brian Hayes comes up in the bottom of the first. A 3-2 count. He takes it all the way into right center field for a double. First hitter of the day already on second. Ji-Hwan Bae goes down swinging for strike number 3. Eric Lauer's first K comes on the second batter. And here's Brian Reynolds. Shallow ball, and Gonzalez cannot make the catch in right field. Embarrassing play for Oscar. That brings up Jack Suwinski. This is another shallow fly ball, and it's going to land in front of Hoffman. That's a run scored for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and they still have corners for A.J. Pollock, but he goes down swinging. Eric Lauer sometimes dealing, sometimes getting whacked in this game. David Burke comes up to the plate. He hits this one out to left field, and Hoffman is underneath it to finally end the first inning. Only one run came across. Shea Langoliers can't get a run across with runners in scoring position. Here's Kenny Stevens with a runner on third. More runners in scoring position and more failure to bring them home. As we get through the middle of the third, Langoliers in the top of the fourth. That one is gloved. What a beautiful play at short. Here's Oscar Gonzalez trying to make up for that error he had earlier. This one lands in front of center field, Brian Reynolds, and that throw home is not in time. Goldschmidt crosses the plate to tie the game. Tim Anderson at the dish, and he's dishing out a double into the left field corner. That's going to score the leading run. Runner from first is coming all the way home, and that is Gonzalez with a run as well. 3-1 game. Brian Reynolds takes it into right. That one could have went over the wall. Lucky break for Oakland, but not super lucky, as it will tie the ball game at 3. Brian Reynolds tying it up. Jack Suwinski goes down swinging with a runner on second here in the bottom of the 8th. One strikeout for Loizaga, then it's ripped into the gap. This one, Hoffman's not going to get there, and he's one of the fastest players in the game. Pittsburgh goes up 4-3 on that big hit from Pollock. Nick Gonzalez up at the plate. This is a dribbler to Groshans, starting the double play ball, and that will get Oakland out of the 8th. Seth Brown comes up. He hits this one to straightaway center field with a runner on first. This one could go over the wall, and it does. It didn't look like it was going to, but it ended up getting over the center field fence for Seth Brown's second home run of the season. That one goes 413 feet, and it's a pretty clutch home run. That'll bring in Colby Gaynor with a chance to get his second save early in this season. Bottom of the 9th, Henry Davis. He's going to get a base hit into left field. Hoffman will throw it in, but runner on first base for Pittsburgh. Top of the order, Brian Hayes. There's a bloop single into right field, and that is going to score the runner home as Gonzalez's throw is not in time. Ji-Hwan Bae comes up, and he gets a base hit as well. I don't know what kind of shift was being played there. No shortstop home. And runners on the corners. 2 away for Jack Suwinski, and he gets a strikeout again. Suwinski swinging dangerously. Here's Jordan Groshans at the top of the 10th with a runner on third base. That one's hit to center. Reynolds will make the catch, throw it in. The tag-up attempt is good, as Oakland gets themselves a run here in this extra frame. Roy McBride coming in. He was 10-12 in save opportunities last year. Quite upset with the fact that he lost his job, and he's taking it out on A.J. Pollock. And he's going to take it out on David Burke, getting the dribbler thrown on to first for out number 2. Last person to take it out on, Nick Gonzalez, and this one is a high fly ball to right field. Oscar Gonzalez makes the catch, and the Oakland Athletics get a 6-5 hard-fought win in this one. Colby Gaynor picks up the win. Roy McBride with the save. I know it's early in the season, but Paul Goldschmidt has been hitting .303 on this young year, and at the same position, Seth Brown is only hitting .125. Bucky Carver was a little bit depressed at the Goldie signing and being sent to Double-A since he was second in AL Rookie of the Year last season. But he is showing out so far in Double-A, hitting .333 for the Rockhounds. So we decide to commit to Bucky Carver as a Major League player at just 22 years of age and ship Seth Brown away. The White Sox offer us Frank Rivas and revamp Pimp Nasty, two low-floor, high-ceiling prospects at this point, so we make that early season trade. It's a rare thing, but Bucky needed to get to the majors after having a Rookie of the Year run last year and playing very well to start this season. He's earned it. Game 2 of 7 in this video. The Oakland Athletics come in at 6-3 at home. Gavin Williams gets to host his former team, the Cleveland Guardians. Pitched 8 strong innings in his first outing, and here he's in a little bit of trouble when he gets Andres Jimenez to swing for strikeout number 1, George Valera for strikeout number 2, striking out the last 2 batters of the inning to get out of a bases jam situation and hand it over to Tristan McKenzie, young star of the Cleveland rotation. We'll see what he's got against former Cleveland Guardian Oscar Gonzalez with a runner on first, and that one is high fly ball to center field, easy out. We are through 1 solo shot for Bucky Carver. There you go, and that is why we brought him up. And there we go, a 2-0 lead for the Oakland A's and a double play ball. To get out of that one, Gavin Williams, nice strikeout, and that'll get through the middle of the 4th. So Gavin Williams out here dealing early, but this one, no, that one isn't coming back. Andres Jimenez ships that thing off with a rocket, 391 feet, a 105.5 exit velo, his first of the season. Paul Goldschmidt up with a runner on second base, and unfortunately with runners in scoring position, this team kind of falters sometimes. Here's Tim Anderson, he goes down swinging to end the 6th inning. And then in the top of the 7th, it's Andres Jimenez again with a runner in scoring position. Maybe we need that guy on our team to score some runs. That's another ribby for him. He's got all 4. Jimenez again later on in the 9th, he will strike out, and that'll give Oakland a chance here in the bottom half of the frame. Bucky Carver, however, cannot come up the hero this time. That is strike 3 for the 2nd out, and Tim Anderson will get a base hit into left field. Does it start a rally? We'll see. Jordan Walker comes up to the plate. No, he goes down swinging. Emmanuel Clase will pick up the save. Tristan McKenzie excited to get the win. Gavin Williams falls to 1-1 on the season. So the Guardians come away with a win there, and now the A's hosting the Baltimore Orioles, 2 teams with similar records here, but the Orioles looking for a 4-game sweep here at Pandora Field. And Yuri Perez taking the hill. A 3-2 record so far, 4.56 ERA, a 121 whip. It's been a mediocre year for him, but Dean Kramer of the Orioles has been playing very well. 177 ERA, 104 whip. There's Yuri Perez striking out Heston Kierstad for out number 2 of the top of the 4th with no score. This one's dribbled over to Goldie. Gets it back to Yuri Perez. Nice cover to get through the middle of the 4th. There's Goldie with a solo shot, the only run of the game thus far. Bucky Carver will come in and add some more. Like I said, that is why we had to bring him up. Rookie of the Year running last year, and now he's got 3 home runs at the majors already. That is huge. So Bucky Carver up again later on with a chance to get some more RBIs, but unfortunately that is shallow to center field. The throw to the plate is way off, so Bucky Carver will pick up an RBI there on a sacrifice. Jordan Walker goes down swinging. This is thrown to first. That will confirm the out, and we are through 6. There's Domingo Acevedo in relief, and he's giving up nukes to Seti Mullins, hitting that one all the way out to left center field. That is going to score a runner. Seti Mullins is digging in for a triple, and he will pick it up. It's a 4-1 game. Christian Arroyo, this one right up the middle. Look at Jordan Groshans making a brilliant play there for out number 1, but it does concede a run. Now in the bottom half of the 7th, look at this. Goldschmidt perfectly down the line. That's going to score another Oakland Athletic run. It is 5-2. He picks up a double. Roy McBride coming in now in relief. He is 1 of 1 on save opportunities. This is not a save situation, but he is looking to close this thing out. There's Walker at third base. He will get the pop-up. Now Christian Arroyo, and there's another pop-up, other side of the diamond. Goldie at a range back for that. Adley Rushman to the plate now, and he just sits there looking. That's game. It's time to go home for the Baltimore Orioles. They do not complete a sweep. It's a 6-2 win for the Athletics as Yuri Perez goes to 4-2, and Dean Kramer goes back to 2-3. Over to Texas we go at Globe Life Field. The 19-13 Rangers hosting our Oakland Athletics. Dane Dunning on the hill having a great year. Texas has a wonderful pitching staff. They're very hard to play against, but Oscar Gonzalez early on, that is an out. So close to driving in a run. Jose Suarez is on the hill for us, a 2-3 record. Record doesn't mean everything, as you can see. Still has a good ERA and a good whip, and he gets the strikeout of Shohei Ohtani to end the first inning. That brings us to the bottom of the third. Leody Taveras goes down swinging to end the third inning. So, Suarez dealing. Yairo Munoz going to just sit there looking for out number 2 at the bottom of the fourth. Then Josh Jung is going to come up and get a base hit into center field. That'll be the first run as Kenny Stevens trying to get it to the plate. He cannot do it. Jonah Heim sits there looking at strike number 3. So, all 3 outs by way of strikeout in that inning. Here's Jordan Groshans at the top of the 7th, and he is doing the work to get the tie game. Jordan Groshans with an RBI single. That brings up Shea Langoliers with 2 away, and that one will not drop. What a long run by Leody Taveras to make that play. Nathaniel Lowe just going to sit there and look at it. End of the 7th, we make it to a tie game at 1. Oscar Gonzalez, can he be the hero today? That one is over the head of the left fielder, and Oscar Gonzalez gets himself a lead-off double in the top of the 9th inning. Bucky Carver was 0 for 3 to this point in the day. We needed something big from him, but instead we got a sacrifice fly to right field, and that will turn around and get us a runner at third for Tim Anderson, and that'll do just enough as Tim Anderson right over the glove at third base. Josh Jung can't make the play. It's a 2-1 game. Shea Langoliers was trying to add some more, but he was unsuccessful with a strikeout. That'll bring in Colby Gaynor. 10 games, 1-1 record. We've saw him blow a save. We've seen him do well. There's a strikeout of Corey Seager for the first out of the inning. Jonah Heim, he'll strike out as well. Can Colby Gaynor complete striking out the side for the win? No, that's a base hit into center field. Stevens will go ahead, glove that, and throw it in. 99 speeder on first base. Got to watch out. Adolis Garcia, though, will strike out. All 3 outs by way of strikeout in the 9th for Colby Gaynor. And it's a 2-1 win for the Oakland Athletics. Zach Jackson gets the win on that one. John Gray picks up the loss. That's Colby Gaynor's 9th save. And we will now host the Philadelphia Phillies at 18-23. We are 18-23. That is Eric Lauer on the mound for us. He's done very well so far this episode. Tim Anderson with a big hit off of Bailey Falter, and he's faltering early as Tim Anderson runs right through the sign, attempts to go to third. He is out. But it's a 2-1 game. Philly in the top of the 6th. Look at Reed Hoffman. He just can't get to it. Reed Hoffman normally has the speed and range to get there, but that time, a bit of a fail. The throw to the plate was not in time. It's 3-1. Bryson Stott comes up with 2 away, and Langoliers will make the play behind the plate to get through the middle of the 6th. Trey Turner just sits there and looks at it. We're through the middle of the 7th. Jordan Groshans, though, trying to be a hero once again. And with 2 outs, he gets a double into the left field corner, and that'll score the runner from first. It's 3-2. Tim Anderson with a base hit up the middle with 2 away, and that's going to score another run, the tying run. It's 3-3. Sherton Apostle trying to be a little bit of a hero here. That one is hit into left. It doesn't get all the way up to the wall, however. So runners stay at second and third here. And the Phillies are going to bring in Xavius Klink, who has a 0 ERA early in the season. Kenny Stevens with a great hit, but it is gloved it short. What a play to glove Kenny Stevens' hard hit there. Brings us to extras. Top of the 11th, it's Real Muta with a hit into center field, and the throw to the plate is not in time. Philly takes the 4-3 lead. Alec Boehm comes up and he will strike out. That gets us through the middle of the 11th. Oscar Gonzalez with a chance to keep the game going. He's the last hope. But unfortunately, it's an easy routine fly ball to right, and the Philadelphia Phillies come in to get the 4-3 win. At that point, our series with them was tied at a game apiece. Xavier Klink picked up the win. Tampa Bay Rays and their 2 games above 500 self hosting us with Shane McClanahan, their ace, on the mound. A 2.02 ERA, a 1.05 whip for him. He's quite the pitcher, but Tim Anderson can take care of him. There's a big hit down the left field line. That's going to bring home a runner, and running through the sign at third base and sliding it home is Langoliers for the second run for us. A tie ball game. Tim Anderson hits this one sky high. And I don't know if that's going to be enough to score the runner. They're going to attempt to throw home here. It will score the runner. Hoffman, you can never count him out as he scores the leading run. There's Christian Bethancourt, gets this down in front of Stevens. Stevens not going to get the relay home in time. It's tied. Thomas Rodriguez off of Colin Poche. He gets a base hit, and that will bring home the leading run in the top of the 8th. And now, you know what it is. It's Colby Gaynor coming in. 12 of 14 on his save opportunity. He's got a 6.08 ERA. It's been pretty rough goings for the young man. Here's the throw to first, and that is out number 1. That will bring up Randy Rosarena, and he will hit this one foul. In foul territory, it's Langoliers for the catch for out number 2. Last hope for the Rays is Brandon Lowe, and that's on the ground past Apostle for a base hit. So Tampa still in there, and well, Margot, though, fans on it, and he is gone. Athletics get the 4-3 win. 1-1 for Jose Alvarado as he picks up the win. Gaynor gets his 13th save of the season. That was game 1 of that series. Later on at 28-35, we'll go to Boston, to Fenway, where they're looking to get a sweep of our Oakland A's. Brayan Bello on the mound for Boston, 3-6 with a 4.84. It's been rough for the young man. Shintaro Fujinami, 3-7 with a 4.4. Somehow this game always thinks he's doing good when I don't think so, and this proves me correct. Rafi Devers to straightaway center field. Sayonara. 9th homer of the season. Tony Walters goes down swinging in the second with more trouble on the bags. And so Fujinami a little hit or miss. As you can see, Devers with 2 homers in the game, 2 solo shots. It's 2-1. This is Kenny Stevens. That one's all the way back at the wall. It is caught. And if anyone can do this, it's Reed Hoffman taking 2 bags on a tag up to score the tying run. He's an absolute legend. Edward Olivares hits this thing high and deep out to left in the bottom of the 8th, and a clutch bomb for Olivares. Look at that, pointing at the dugout. He knows what he's just done. His 6th homer of the season, 401 feet. That was absolutely demolished. And there's the big strikeout to get the win. Schreiber with the save for Boston. They get a 3-2 victory. His 14th save of the season. Brebbia goes to 2-0. McBride to 1-3. Horrid news for my comments section, as the mighty Meatball has a torn ACL and he is done for the year. Very sad news. The A's have taken their place in the basement of the AL West, but it's not by a ton, and they are indeed competitive this year. AAA Las Vegas Aviators 1 game behind, and the AA Midland Rockhounds are surprisingly 6 games back early on. A little disappointing. The draft will be coming up in the next episode, along with some more Major League games. I hope you're excited for that. Get those prospect names in the next episode. Thank you guys for all your support. If you made it this far in the video, you're absolutely legendary. Thank you, channel members, for your above and beyond support, and if nobody has told you at all today, I love you, FG fam.